we have 29 laps ahead of us. It's lights on here in SAKHIR as away we go. Infinity Father gets a good start as the McLaren gets a very good start. As the Infinity Father goes to cover off the inside as they head into the hard braking zone. As it's now side by side with the Alfa Romeo. As the Racing Point has just lost out on so many positions. As they now head into turn 4, it's side by side between Le Baguette and Blaze Tim. But Le Baguette stays ahead. As meanwhile Jonah gets past Tim as Jonah is now into third. It's side by side between Nicolas and Jorn. Now heading into turn 9. As there's a bit of wheel banging, Nicolas pushing Jorn onto the curbs. As Nicolas is ahead of him. But Jorn may be trying a dive into turn 11 as he's side by side. But Nicolas with that outside line staying ahead. As it's side by side, 3 wide into turn 1. As Carl is ahead. But Jorn has spun after maybe having contact with the Mercedes of Nicolas. But PMP Mac side by side with Carl as PMP Mac is now side by side heading into turn 5. As there's a bit of banging on the cars and PMP Mac are trying a dive into turn 8. As Carl has a better exit it looks like. But now heading into turn 9, Carl ahead. PMP Mac maybe trying a switch back. As he is using his overtake on Carl, but Carl has a little more power. As now head into turn 11. As Carl has the outside line and that's PMP Mac ahead of F1 RC Carl. So Tim going very wide with PMP Mac closing up behind him. As he goes on the curb and he spins. He spins into turn 12 and his front wing damage. He taps the wall. He has a bit of front wing damage, but that is Blaze Tim having spun round. So meanwhile Carl really close to PMP Mac as those medium tires of Carl are in pretty good shape. As Le Baguette has spun off on the exit of turn 7. Just showing the wear of these tires are just horrible. As Le Baguette has spun again, now on the exit of turn 12. As those soft tires of him are just completely gone. Infinity Father going for an early stop to the mediums. Infinity Father attempting a 2-stop, a soft medium medium maybe. Or a soft medium soft, which is also possible around here. As Sam has now taken over the lead of the Grand Prix. So will Sam respond on that undercut of Infinity Father? As Sam also pulls into the pits. As the McLaren Jonah behind him is also put into the pits. So Infinity Father now coming to turn 14. As it will be really close who will come out in front. But I think Infinity Father with the medium tires. Just having more grip in the beginning of his stint. As Nicolas has spun round. As there's just carbon fiber laying there everywhere. As his front wing, right side front wing is just entirely gone. Nicolas now in dead last. But Infinity Father having done the undercut on Sam, who is now 1.5 seconds behind him. So you're up to third as Nicolas has retired from the session in sector 1. Turn 4. As I think he just put it into the wall. As there is a car in the barrier, as you have a virtual safety car. So now is the optimal time for Jorn to pull into the pits, and he has done that. As Tim has now a drive-through penalty, as he has sped under the safety car. Just not smart of him. As the Baguette has gone off at turn 8 on the entry, as we have a safety car, a full course safety car. So I think we'll definitely see some drivers maybe going to the hard tires to maybe go for a soft stint after. So Carl pulling into the pits, PMP Mac continuing on his hard tires, which are good for another maybe 10 laps. As let's see what Infinity Father does. As he pulls into the pits, Sam is continuing and Jonah is also continuing. As PMP Mac really struggling to get temperature in these hard tires. As he goes off circuit, and Sam takes advantage as he's now in the lead as he makes contact with Jonah. As Sam has a 5-second time penalty. PMP Mac just totally sleeping under the safety car as he's just lost 3 positions. So safety car coming in this lap, Sam leading the field after PMP Mac had gone off circuit. As he's not underway yet. As they're on the way, Infinity Father gets a great start as he's now already up to third. As he goes side by side with the racing point in turn 1, just almost 4 wide. As Infinity Father is in front, now in the lead. As they head onto the main straight, onto the back straight. As an Alfa Romeo gets pushed off the circuit. As Sam almost goes round. As it's very close to Tim and Carl, as Sam is just completely falling to the back of the grid. As Carl's now maybe trying to make a move on him. As Carl goes around the outside with the soft tires, as he pushes Sam, and Sam just gone into the wall. But he just kept steering to the left, so I don't think he... As he's retired from the session. So meanwhile, Infinity Father leading the field from PMP Mac, who has now 7 lap older tires. As PMP Mac goes for a move, he goes down the inside into turn 1. As he's in front, Infinity Father maybe trying a switch back on him. As they head onto the back straight, PMP Mac covering the inside line. As he's well ahead into turn 4. PMP Mac going for the inside to maybe cut Infinity Father off of his slipstream. As he goes onto the main straight, Infinity Father maybe trying to make a move. As PMP Mac again tries to deny Infinity Father the slipstream. As Infinity Father doesn't go for a move yet, but maybe Carl going side by side with Jonah into turn 1. As Carl made that move. But Carl's now really close to Infinity Father due to those soft tires as they now head onto the main straight. Carl having DRS on Infinity Father. As Carl uses overtake as he pulls alongside. As he has made the move before the first corner. So that's Carl now up to second. Uses ERS and DRS. As he's maybe going for a move. He gets really close to him. As they go side by side into turn 1. Carl braking a little later, but PMP Mac keeping it ahead. As they now head onto the straight which leads into turn 4. PMP Mac going for the inside line to keep Carl now around the outside as Carl is now in front, but they still go side by side. As there's a little bit of wheel banging as Carl is now in the lead of the race. As Tim has spun around with his 8-lap old softs. And just those tires are just entirely gone, as 8 laps on soft tires here isn't smart. So PP Mac now really close to F1RC Carl as he pulls alongside as they go side by side into turn 14. As Carl sticks it ahead. As PP Mac pulls into the pits. So as they now head on to turn 11. As Jorn has retired from the session. After having spun it into the wall. Yes, he did. He spun it into a wall. As you have another safety car. So they're coming around to the pits. F1RC Carl, of course, pulling into the pits. And so does Infinity Fado. Going for maybe a set of softs or mediums. Softs if they're really brave. As they can maybe stretch 10 laps of soft, but I really doubt it. As Infinity Father goes for the safer option, he goes for another set of mediums. Carl also now on the mediums. As PP Mac now comes onto the main straight. But it's really close between him and Infinity Fado. As PP Mac is ahead of Infinity Fado. So PMP Mac now looking really good to win the title here. So Infinity Father now in third, so that means PMP Mac will need to take the first place if he wants to win the championship. So F1RC Carl leading the field at the safety car restart. PMP Mac needing the first place if he wants to become champion, and so does Infinity Fado, as he wants to keep the championship alive. As they are on the way, Carl gets a good reset, and so does Infinity Fado. Infinity Fado now side by side with PMP Mac. PMP Mac a little more ahead as they head into turn 1. As PMP Mac stays second, as the McLaren is maybe looking for a move on Infinity Fado, as Blaze Tim and go side by side with the McLaren. As they head into turn 4. As Tim is ahead. So PMP Mac needing this first place if he wants to become champion. But Infinity Fado, he goes off the track and he is now down to 5th. So Infinity Fado now down to 5th. If it stays like this, PMP Mac becomes champion. As he'll only need a maximum of P2. So F1RC Carl leading the field from PMP Mac. F1RC Carl still in the lead of the race. As it's really close between the 3 of these drivers. As they all don't have DRS yet. As Blaze Team goes to cover the inside, Jonah now going for the outside line. As they head into turn 1. As Jonah is a little ahead, and that's the McLaren ahead, but Tim switched back on him, as Tim is now again side by side with the McLaren. As they head into turn 4. Jonah on the inside, as there's a bit of contact. As they still go side by side into the S section, as Tim is ahead. But meanwhile, Infinity Fado making a move on Jonah. Jonah losing 2 positions. Jonah maybe trying to he goes for a dive into turn 10. As Infinity Fado comes back on him, and they both using all of their ERS as now head side by side into turn 11. As Jonah gets a bit pushed wide, and that's Infinity Fado ahead of the McLaren. As Jonah goes for a dive bomb on Infinity Fado, but Infinity Fado not leaving space, as the dive of Jonah was just idiotic. As PMP goes side by side with F1RC Carl. Carl goes over the curbs, and that's PMP Mac into the lead. So unless Infinity Fado can snatch lead from PMP Mac is champion. But the race isn't over yet, there's still a few laps to be driven. As Blaze Team goes for the inside line, as Infinity Fado goes for the outside, but the move's already done before the first corner. As Jonah goes spun and he's into the wall. He lost his front wing, as there's an M plate just lying there besides the barriers. As Jonah will definitely not be able to take P4 from Blaze Team unless he also spins. As Jonah has the fast lap of the race, snatching it from PMP Mac, but PMP Mac still has enough points to outscore Infinity Fado and take the championship. PMP Mac having a magnificent drive here, as PMP Mac has started on the hards and he's done a one stop for the mediums, as PMP Mac wins here in Bahrain. But more importantly, he takes the championship from Infinity Fado, who came in third, as F1RC Calmimo comes in second. PMP Mac takes the win here in Bahrain, but more importantly, he took the championship. Our first Tier 2 Emerald champion, PMP Mac. So PMP Mac comes in first, meanwhile taking the championship from Infinity Fado. F1RC Carl comes in second, Infinity Fado comes in third. Blaze Tim in fourth, Jonah in fifth.